Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rambling Through Everyday Life with Fran and Angela. My name is Fran, and I am one of the co-hosts for the show, and I'm so glad that you're with us this week. You guys, this is just normal Fran and Angela rambling, but I think that this will bring you some joy and some goodness, and the things of the Lord will be an encouragement to you in this conversation. We love you guys so much. Thanks for listening. Sit back and enjoy the show. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to Rambling. This week's show, we're so glad that you're here. What are we going to talk about today, Angela? What are we going to ramble about with the listeners?
We're going back to the true to us rambling style of Fran, you're about to be surprised, and it's about to be all over the place.
Listen, this is either where I'm going to do really, really well or be like, Angela, I don't care. I have nothing.
Well, it's the middle of February, and we've almost made it. You know, in a couple of weeks, it's daylight savings time.
Listen,
and in March.
In a couple of weeks, my tail's going to be in Honduras where it's warm and
sweaty.
sunny, and I'm going to come back with a mission trip tan, and I can't wait.
You deserve that.
I can't wait because I'm cold today.
Deserve that.
I'm cold.
We've also survived Valentine's Day. So when this comes out, it's Monday the 16th. We have made it through.
Yeah, we're at the halfway point.
Made it through all the things. But I have to tell you how I spent my Valentine's Day. And some of y'all may have seen this on Instagram stories because it was just too funny not to share. Let me start way at the beginning and tell you, as we were leaving my house yesterday morning, the swans, we've not talked about the swans in a minute. The swans have started to notice each other.
Oh, okay.
Love is in the air.
Okay.
Which also means aggression is in the air because remember Mick Swagger, the original daddy swan, and his wife now live at the pond down the road because the teenage son became the dominant male and ran him into the road and almost got him run over.
Yes.
So now here we go again. Now we have 6 baby swans and 2 parents. And at least one of the sons is male. You know, Reba became a male, so we never know if they're male or female. Didn't become a male, was a male. We thought was a female.
I was going to say, are we talking about transitioning swans?
This is all taking a turn. I did not even mean to talk about this at all, other than to say we're at a point where there's some aggression going on, defending their territory.
Hey, let me just ask this. When you say aggression, is it physical? Are they making sounds?
Yes. Okay. Good question. So they are actually chasing. It looks like an exhausting game of chase because the aggressive swan chases the other male. Sometimes they fly across the water. Sometimes they run across the ground. But it is literally nonstop. Get away from here.
Okay.
To where eventually they like run them into the road. And that's scary for us because you don't want your pets to get run over. So they, when the man and the woman decide they want to be a couple, they do this little dance with like their necks that makes the heart, you know, and so they're starting to kind of do that little dance a little bit.
Okay, but hang on. So have we gone from being aggressive to that?
Well, they're not aggressive.
We have different characters involved here.
The men are aggressive among themselves.
Okay.
Male to male aggression.
Okay, got it.
Male to female romance.
Okay, got it.
So it's a whole thing.
I got it.
The dad is trying to run off the son because he's now aware that, you know, at some point they don't recognize their familial relationships. And it's just, you're a man and you're a threat to my woman.
Okay.
So
this is so horrible.
It's so weird. So, you know, for a while it was, are we ever going to have swan babies? And
this just gives me chills at the idea of, okay.
And let me also say, some of you checked on the swans when the pond froze over. We were able to, with the help of the fountain, we were able to keep moving water. It never fully froze over, but you know, years ago a fox ate a swan, and this year that did not happen. We were on the ready for the foxes. We did have foxes come close, but Carl was able to divert the foxes from the swans. It's a whole thing.
It is.
Welcome to farm life.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is similar but related. We're passing the swans as we're leaving my house because nothing says romance on Valentine's Day like going to Nashville to the Opryland Hotel for the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Love it. National
Convention and Expo.
Listen, Carl Snyder was a happy camper.
Well, let me tell you, this is so cute. Yesterday, Carl kept saying, "Where's your phone? Take a picture of this. Fran needs to see this.
I do need to see
Take a video." Or he said, "I've got to make a video. Fran has got to see this."
Yes.
So you walk in the fancy Opryland Hotel past the valet parking, and all you see in here you may be listening and have no point of reference other than maybe Duck Dynasty and the Robertson family.
Right.
Lots of camouflage.
Okay.
Imagine the beautiful Opryland Hotel, but all you hear are duck calls and turkey calls.
This is very different than the Christmas decor.
So different. You walk in and it's beautiful, but immediately I was like, I wish I'd worn my AirPods for noise canceling.
Yes.
But also, y'all, these men are like little kids in a candy store.
Absolutely.
Because there are so many exhibitors, booth after booth after booth of, you can buy a gun. There are guns laid out on the table.
Oh.
You can buy camouflage. They had camouflage like suit jackets made out of camouflage.
Okay.
They had exotic hunts, safaris in Africa with all these.
I would be interested. I would be interested in that. Can I go as just a spectator?
They said that we could.
Okay.
Because when Carl would ask about a hunt, I was like, hold on, what you got for the wife to do while the husband's out in the woods?
Yeah.
They had dogs, these hunting dogs, these beautiful Labradors. Some of them are just sitting there, just looking at you like, I wish I could play with you, but I'm too well trained for that. They had TikTok famous influencers there.
It's amazing.
That you wouldn't know necessarily. Now, the Robertson family, they have Duck Commander, and also their deer company is Buck Commander. And Jace Robertson's son is also named Jace, and he was 2 feet from me at one point. I looked down at his name tag. I was like, oh, I know him from TV. And you're just right there, like shoulder to shoulder. So there's a guy named Bo Brooks who's from Washington State. And when I tell you he can make any sound of any animal come out of his mouth, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, that's a gift.
And he's won all these championships. Then there's a girl, Maggie Williams, who is gorgeous. She's a beauty queen, young, beautiful, all over TikTok, from Piggott, Arkansas.
Oh, yeah. I know Piggott, Arkansas.
Do you?
Oh, yes, of course.
I told Carl, I said, I bet Fran knows where this is.
Of course.
She is an internet sensation. She duck hunts with her little dog all by herself on the river.
Listen, Piggott, Arkansas is like, there's, like, we've all got small towns that you're like, oh, my God, who thought that was a good name? Well, Piggott, Arkansas, there's Wiener, Arkansas.
Oh, no. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Big farm community, big hunt community. And I, as a, listen.
You were from the big city.
I was from Jonesboro, and I was like proud of it. But like in middle school, can you imagine?
No. No. Bless it all.
Okay, anyway.
Bless it all.
I just think, no, people know.
Don't be from there.
Listen,
change your name.
I would have changed my location and flat out lied.
Change your location. Be from Piggott instead.
I would have definitely changed my name and not said where I was from. Okay, carry on.
But I just love it because, when I first married into this, keep in mind, I grew up in the city. My first camouflage shirt came along sometime in the dating or marriage world. But just all these girls are understanding the value of being outdoors.
Yes,
and
I love it.
It's really fun. But so Maggie, and then I bet we walked past 8 different podcasters podcasting live in that moment. Like,
amazing.
Did
you walk up to him and say, excuse me? Would you like for me to be a guest on your show? Because I know what we're doing here.
I go here. I know how to do this. I'm a pro. Oh, my goodness. It just was something.
It was
really something. And then you'd hear somebody singing a country song, and you'd look up, and they had popped up a stage in the middle of all these
Welcome to the South,
exhibitors.
People.
Nothing says
to the South.
Southern living quite like that. And then there was a...
Okay, but did y'all walk away? Is Carl buying things, or are we just looking around? What did you walk away from the day with that's tangible?
Great question. So we did not buy a single thing.
I'm shocked because in that scenario, I'm buying stuff that I know I don't need, but I get sucked into the environment of it all.
There were a lot of men carrying boxes of either decoys or they had boots, some really great waterproof, snake-proof boots. There was a shirt that I posted a picture of that said, I ain't afraid to love a man. I ain't afraid to shoot a man either. And that was an Annie Oakley quote. And I thought, that is so terrible.
Welcome to the South.
And also so funny.
Yeah, that's very, very Southern. And it's funny because then you'd be like, what person is buying that? Could be me.
So my nephew, Will Snyder, who is Cole's age, has decided within the last year that he has, I don't know what made him pick it up. He is very, very talented at woodcrafting and won
How
third
does
place.
one learn that?
I don't know, but it's in their blood because
Okay.
Carl is fourth
Yeah.
generation. You know,
Yeah.
he built cabinets for years and owned a cabinet shop. Somehow Will realized that he has the family talent, and he won third place for creating these beautiful calls, and will be back next year.
Amazing.
It's just, and this is a
Hey.
national thing.
There's a girl, don't know her. I mean, I do know her name, but I'm not going to say her name. There's a student here who, she's a freshman. She's from the Somerville area.
Yeah.
And I was meeting with her about our mentoring program on campus because she's interested in being mentored by somebody. And so I was like, okay, tell me where you're from. Tell me a little bit about your family. Her family is in this business. Like,
really?
yes, like they make duck calls. And she referenced they have proximity to the Robertson family.
I bet she was there
I
yesterday.
bet she was.
Because you have this whole expo thing, and then you have these VIP floors where it's invitation only, and then you have the calling championships.
Man.
And when I tell you these grown men don't just make the noises come out of their mouth, they'll like flap their arms like wings and bob their heads like they are a turkey strutting, walking.
Listen.
It is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I could sit there and watch that all day long.
It's
And
so
just
funny.
be mesmerized and amazed by it all because that's not my world.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, wait, what is going on? What is happening? I would have driven Carl absolutely crazy.
Well, he knew that you would love it. He said, this has Fran written all over it.
Because I was off social media yesterday. So do you have, I have things that I can see and
And
we
they
can
may have
share.
expired, but we can definitely.
Okay.
I think you all will appreciate the redneckery
Oh,
of it
I
all.
love this.
It was great.
I love
And
this.
just know it's dedicated to you, Fran.
Yeah, I love it.
We spent our day talking about you because literally he was like, and by extension, like anytime we say Fran would love this, it just naturally implies all of you listening are also part of the Fran of it all. Because
unless you relate to Angela's world, then you're Fran like the rest of us.
and that's what Carl said. He said, I just don't think Fran understands what we're
heavens
doing.
No. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm like, what's the difference in a duck call? Aren't they all the same?
Well, speaking of Arkansas, on Thursday, I leave for the first time to go to Bentonville. So if you are listening, or Fran, if you can help me, just if there's anything I need to know, I'm taking my husband along for the ride. So from Thursday to Sunday, we will be in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Listen, you are going to love it. Northwest Arkansas, well, the time of year right now, it's not real pretty up there by any means, but use your imagination. Northwest Arkansas to me is just absolutely a gem of a gem of a gem. You've got Fayetteville, you've got Bentonville, Rogers, Arkansas. That whole area up there it's like the Nashville of Arkansas. Like everybody wants to live in Northwest Arkansas.
See, this surprise, when I think Arkansas, and I hate that I'm saying this because Arkansas people are precious, but I just picture like a big field of nothing.
Well, you picture, because you just imagine farm fields, farming, but it's mountainous.
Wow.
It's just the Ozarks. It's just beautiful. The University of Arkansas is just one of my favorite campuses, and college baseball season has kicked off one of my all-time favorites of the entire year. And I said to Chip yesterday, it's not going to happen because it's just so hard to get tickets to Razorback baseball because they are so, so, so good. And I'm like, I would give anything to be able to go to a Saturday, Sunday afternoon game in Fayetteville. There's just nothing like it. You're going to just be impressed.
Well, see, I have no expectation.
Well,
so
you can raise it up a little bit.
I can raise that bar. However, I will be in a Medicaid crisis planning conference where once again I'm learning all the ins and outs of.
Where are they having that?
So there's an attorney, Todd Watley, and he and his paralegal have opened up their office for the weekend for 15 attorneys from across the nation to learn how they do all that they do. They just when somebody goes into the nursing home and they're worried about losing their house and their assets, there's planning and you can get them approved for Medicaid through certain techniques and strategies, and it's very technical. But it's also something I'm really interested in. So
you're just in their law office?
I'm just in their office Friday, Saturday, and a little bit of the day on Sunday.
Where are y'all staying? Do you know?
I don't. It's somewhere downtown. It's some cute little hotel that was part of the registration. They're just handling all that for me.
That's amazing.
So it's like a surprise party. I have no idea what we're doing.
Carl's going with you.
He's going. He's such a great
What
trooper.
is he going to do?
We don't know.
He'll be fine.
Listen,
he'll be fine. Yesterday I went and got my nails done and saw Chesney, and she goes, I was so excited to see Angela a week or so ago. And I said, I know, I'm so glad that worked out. And I said, wasn't that the time that Carl brought her? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, hang on a minute, what'd Carl do? And she said, oh, he went across the street to the Mexican restaurant and ate.
If there's a Mexican restaurant within a 5-mile radius, the Snyder family will be just fine.
He's going to be fine.
And so much of his, like with the wedding business, a lot of it's by email and just talking to people and scheduling tours. And I was like, come on, babe, you can do that from anywhere. Come hang out in Arkansas with me.
Man, I love it.
So that'll be fun. Okay. Also, I want to mention really quick, if you are listening and you're a caregiver, or if you know somebody who is, we have a precious friend in Jackson, if you're local, Sarah Hayden, who has walked this road with her husband. And she, as a result,
young,
very young. They open up their personal home once a month to love on, encourage, and support other caregivers.
Amazing.
How incredible.
Amazing.
To take your pain and brokenness and pay that forward and love on other people. So they meet once a month. March the 2nd's the next meeting. They've invited me to come and share with them. And if you're listening, come hang out with us. There's going to be a craft and some time just to exhale.
Hey, can I make a request since I'm not going to be here that week? And I'm so ultra tender now to caregivers just because of my mom being an 86-year-old caregiver to my dad for so many years. But would you get something from us and take on our behalf? Like whether that's some flowers or maybe KK has something that you can take that's food or something that's just a little from us.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
if I was here, I would do it myself, but that would be fantastic.
I will. And I'll find out other opportunities because it's monthly.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to just lay eyes on them.
Yeah.
And, this will be ongoing. We'll continue to support this for sure.
Yeah.
But it's very sweet.
Absolutely.
Okay. Totally different. I bought something else that I love from the TikTok shop.
Well, me too. I bought a top. That's one of my all-time new favorites.
What is it?
I wore it for the first time the other day. I'll share it in stories.
Share it in stories. What does it look like? Describe.
It's pink. It's short sleeve, meaning like it hits right at your elbow. Little bit of a puffy sleeve, but it's trimmed in red, and then it's got the same color pink as like a flower on the side, so it kind of blends.
Ooh.
It's like my new favorite.
Is it dressy enough for work?
Well, I don't have to dress up for work.
Well, sometimes I can dress for the day. I love that advice that y'all get here. Dress for the day.
Dress for the day.
I wore jeans on Friday.
Thank you, Dr. Dub, for that.
I didn't have any appointments. I said, I'm going to dress for the day.
You dress appropriately for the day. For me, 100%, I think you could definitely get by with it, especially in spring and summer.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not like, I'll share it in stories. You can decide.
Well, I've learned people don't want me to look too stuffy and pretentious, and I'm not in court a whole lot anymore.
Right. The black suit days are gone.
They're going away.
Okay, so what'd you buy?
Okay, this is total opposite of wear it to work.
Oh.
This is
help me guess. What give me clues.
This is screaming, I'm an inner slob, but I have to dress up enough in my sloppiness to go out in public. And
so some kind of sweat, some kind of
elevated sweatsuit.
Okay, I love it. You like an elevated sweatsuit.
And I bought it again in 2 more colors.
The same brand?
The same exact
that kind of plum colored one?
Okay, I have now I'll share it in stories. There's a light heather gray. There's a kind of a brownish grayish color, but it's a mock neck sweatshirt style shirt that hits at the elbow.
I've seen it.
And a cropped
pant
I've seen with a drawstring so you can front tuck and look just enough. I couldn't wear this to work.
Right.
But I could wear this on a Saturday.
Oh, 100%.
Without looking like I just, because honestly, y'all, this is so bad. This is why we need Susie Said So constantly. If I could get away with it, I would be the one that's on the people of Walmart.
Oh.
Because inside, I think I'm just so tired from dressing up all week.
That's the honest truth.
On the weekend, I will brush my teeth and I will brush my hair. But everything else is optional in my brain.
Here's the other thing, too. All of that. I get tired of figuring out, what am I going to wear? And then just like I also get tired of figuring out, what am I going to eat? The grocery store and clothing and like that kind of self-care just gets exhausting.
It makes me want to do like a capsule wardrobe where it's like, I'm going to wear these 5 things. Yeah. And I kind of do.
Oh, I do, for sure.
Like that's kind of what I'm already doing.
If I took things out of my closet that I really don't wear, I would have like 6 things hanging in there.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's that.
Okay. Yeah. Are we ready to, what anything else going on with you? We're going to go spiritual.
There was something I was going to tell you and I forgot.
I'm just kind of all over the place.
No, it's okay. I forgot.
Somebody asked me not too long ago, tell me about your podcast. What do y'all do?
That's a great question. Oh, $1 million question.
Our theme is all of it.
That's amazing.
It's called Rambling. So we hit the target every single time.
That's such a good question.
Every single time.
We had to go to Memphis yesterday to celebrate Chip's mom's 80th birthday. And we went to a restaurant. It's called Olympic Steakhouse and Pizza.
Is it at Arlington?
Yes. You've been there. You've been there. Yes. Haven't you been there?
Yes. It's kind of close to the Butlers. Yeah. Like in between here and Eads, Tennessee.
So Chip's parents just live literally right down that road and around the corner. And so I don't know, like, gathering all the older people together for a birthday was just really something else. It was just really something else. And Chip leaned over at one point and he was like, I cannot contribute to anything that they are talking about right now. Because we all know what older people talk about.
What are they talking about? The weather?
Oh, no, they're talking about their health.
Oh, their health.
Yeah.
Their aches and pains.
Oh.
Their ailments.
Yeah. And the doctor and all of that. And Chip's
like, sorry, I'm healthy.
Yeah. It took a turn to I don't even want to say the word on the podcast because it would y'all would all just shut the thing off and not come back ever. But like when you have a problem going to the bathroom, that's where they went.
That's where they went.
Let's
talk about bathroom habits.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, no. And Tyler was on the other side of me, the only grandchild there, and he was dying. He was like...
Was he embarrassed or was he laughing?
It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It's awkward. And so I leaned over and made it even more awkward. And I said, well, Tyler, this is going to be me one day. And he said, shut up, Mom.
Don't you sometimes, okay, let me say it this way. If I think too far in the future, I get anxiety. Like if I have to set more than a 5 or 10 year goal. But when I think about future us, like we're kind of a handful right now. Can you imagine what our kids are going to do?
Listen, I said out loud to a student, I was interviewed twice for this social work class. And so I knew the questions, like by the second interview, I knew the questions and stuff. And so it's so cute and so fun. And so I don't even remember what the question was, but my answer was, well, I probably only got about 25 years left.
No, you didn't.
But that's the honest truth.
Don't say that.
I know.
I'm getting anxious.
I know. Well, what 56 plus 25 is something old. And that sweet little 20-year-old looked at me like,
should we plan your funeral right now?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have enough life to give this interview?
Oh my gosh.
And then I start like my life coach when we talk about planning and, where do you want to end up and go backwards. And then I start thinking, and then 50 years or 100, like nobody in my house will be alive. And I'm like, why am I thinking this thought?
It's just bizarre is what it is.
It is bizarre. But
anyway.
Because I am the one prone to anxiety. I have constantly been reminded through my quiet time this past week, like limit where my focus is because my brain spirals out of control. And I have just gone back to basics, and it helps my brain so much. I've had to really pull back from reading too much about events in the world because
Let me
there's
tell you
so
what, y'all.
much hard stuff.
Let me tell you, I have minimized my social media intake so much this past week.
Has it helped?
Oh, I'm just, yes. I feel like I've been a little bit on a fast, like that kind of feeling. And so,
like clueless in a happy way.
Oh, yeah. And I just, this is not, we can talk about, okay, I'll say this very, very quickly. I am realizing 7 weeks into grief, I found a couple of accounts that are grief accounts on TikTok that help give you language and understanding of what's happening to you physiologically from a biology standpoint. And so I would find myself just constantly saying, everything feels very, very heavy. I'm very tired. I even struggle to define how I am. I can't come up with words for that. And so I found this account and I just thought, I literally don't have the after watching all these videos, and I had Chip watch it with me because I needed him to understand that my nervous system is absolutely shot. Just biologically, what's happening internally, that I can't make decisions well. I'm very forgetful. Everything just feels really extremely difficult right now. So anyway, I just was like, I don't have the capacity. I can barely do my schoolwork right now. Barely. That is so much harder than it's ever been because it's just a struggle. And so I can't absorb other things. I just don't have it in me to give. So I'm just like, here's your friendly reminder. Take a break from social media. It is not beneficial to you at all.
And also, just like what you're saying about grief, like, as society is so busy, like we just blow right past that. Like, well, Fran's back at work. It's been a week. Back to business as usual.
Right.
No,
right.
You're just barely into the grief stages. Remember, like back in Scripture, they'd wear. They had this period of mourning.
Let me bring that back.
It makes you want to walk around with a veil over your face just to remind people that, hey, I'm still mourning here.
Yeah, a couple of videos that I watched were about how we think that if you've never experienced the loss of a parent, you think that grief is just either joy or sadness. And it's not one or the other. The sadness, the weight is always there. It's always, you're carrying it. Well, like right now, I feel like it's behind me and I'm carrying something really hard and heavy. And then I'm also carrying the grief of my mother. And I'm also carrying things that I have to help her with and help do for her and answer questions and just, anyway. And so it's just anyway, all that, it's just hard.
It's just heavy.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And we need to see people in that.
Yeah. And I can't say it enough that here's one thing that I have found super interesting is that, and I know this is terrible. Let me just go ahead and confess. This is absolutely terrible. But I was also this person because I didn't understand how it felt to lose a parent. And I know that I didn't even serve you well.
But you did.
Well, but I could have done so much better. And so here lately, and this is one of the byproducts of intense grief, is just being agitated easily. I'm very, very agitated easily. And I've been disappointed in people. I'm like,
that's valid.
Like, I know that I didn't know what to say or how to handle it well either, but just the occasional, hey, I'm thinking of you. I know that I'm just thinking of you. I'm still so sorry about your dad.
Being seen.
Yeah.
Being a noticer. I think, we've talked about Theo of Golden and just the value of being seen. It costs very little as far as money and resources. It might take you 30 seconds to send a text or actually mail a card.
Yes.
But for the person on the receiving end, that could be the one thing.
It's everything.
That turns it all around for them.
It's everything. And so that has been interesting just to be disappointed in people because I'm like, why am I disappointed? They don't know.
It's like you can see behind the curtain and it's like you don't want them. You're glad that they can't relate to you on the one hand.
Right.
but then you do see how you relate in a different way to the people who have walked it ahead of you.
Right.
And it's just a weird.
It is very strange.
It's weird.
It is very strange. Anyway, okay, that's all.
But we're not alone in it.
No, we're not.
And
you know what? People aren't meant to fulfill those needs. We need to recognize that we are content in Christ, and that's who we sit with. That's who we can grieve with. That's who is meant to hold us, truly hold us. So
that's so profound. I had a moment of just being disappointed or feeling unseen, maybe is a better way to put it. And I was so reminded just in my heart that literally I have 24/7 all the time access to the Lord, who is the only one who can love me that completely.
Right.
But I'll disregard that and go seek it somewhere else externally.
I know.
And it wasn't like a reprimand. It was just like a sweet reminder and a reset.
Right.
Which is a really great segue into the February verse.
Yes.
We only have 2 more weeks of our February verse.
I know.
And it's so good. Also, Rachel Mitchell, thank you. She reminded me of an app called Counter, Counter. You can use it to count anything. It's a very interesting little app. But what she does is she types her memory verses into that. And every time you open it up, you tap it and it tells you, it just adds another, like, now you've read this verse 8 times. Or, I don't know what people use it for, but but it's helped me go, okay, I've done this verse 8 times. It's time for number 9.
Yay me, because look at this one over here that I only did twice.
That sounds very performance-based. And I almost went back and added all the other verses, but then I thought, I'm going to feel like a failure if it looks like I've only read that verse twice, because that's how crazy my brain spirals.
Yeah. Okay, let me read something to you all that Jackie Hill Perry posted, and both of us have been reading in Exodus. I'm behind on the Bible recap because of what I have to do for school. And so
I'm reading the rest of the Bible for school.
People, we're just here trying to survive.
I'm behind on the Bible recap because I just am. Well, you have all
anyway.
But we are almost to Leviticus.
So I have to do with each Bible recap, which currently in Exodus is like 3 chapters a day. So then I have to do the Hear journal as I read that, that takes a long time, and you've really got to get into it and figure out, like, what have I read and what's going on and how can I apply that to my life and how do I respond to this? Anyway, so Jackie Hill Perry summed it all up. I was like, Jackie Hill, would you just do my Hear journal for me?
I love her.
Okay. So between Exodus 24 and 31, the Lord is giving Moses instructions. Let's just also go back to the fact that let's remember that Moses felt inadequate. He did not want to do any of this, and man, he's come a long way. Okay, the Lord is giving Moses instructions on how to build the tabernacle, the priestly garments, the recipe for anointing oil, etc. The instructions aren't arbitrary nor unnecessarily nitpicky. God is providing what will be required in light of Him, holy, coming to dwell with His covenant, sinful people. Then Exodus 32 comes, and the people, that would be me and you, Angela, utterly clueless on what Moses is up there doing with God, decide to make another one in the form of a golden calf. Here's the thing. Moses is on the mountain for 40 days and nights because God is giving him instructions for the good of the people. We just kind of read over that like that's no big deal. 40 days and nights. Good grief. Okay, Moses is on the mountain for 40 days and nights because God is giving him instructions for the good of the people and the glory of his name. He has just redeemed them and coveted himself to them, and now for him to dwell, they must be holy. This is grace. But they see the delay of Moses as the absence of God, when in fact, God is working while they're waiting. He was not twiddling his thumbs up there. He was writing on tablets of stone. The golden calf was the manifestation of not only their impatience, but their unbelief in the nature of God. When he is for a people, time is always bent towards their good. God can never be accused of sloth, since he is never not at work on behalf of those who wait. So if you are in a season and or moment of waiting, trust that he is acting. Isaiah 64:4 says, "From of old no one has heard or perceived by the ear, no eye has seen a God besides you, who acts for those who wait for him." I just thought, yep, that's everything that we read in Exodus.
That's so good.
It is so good.
Well, and he gives this plan, and all these former slaves are like, okay, that's so elaborate. How do we build a lampstand? How do we build an altar? How do we build it? Meanwhile, the Lord has literally put in people, his people, all the ability, the wisdom, the skill, the intelligence. But just because the people, they're like, well, you didn't tell me that. Well, he doesn't have to tell it. He is at work.
Right.
We just are supposed to trust him.
Yeah. Well, and I would have received those plans and gone, oh, are you kidding me? This is crazy.
Yeah. How's this going to happen?
Yeah, I can't do this. I don't have time for this.
And then one of my favorite verses is in that next chapter, my presence will go with you.
Yes.
And I will give you rest.
Well,
we don't have to run around and figure it out.
I love the fact that Moses he was like, I'm not going without you if your presence does not come with us, because he knew he needed the equipping, but also to reflect God's glory back to the people. And so, yeah, I can get all caught up in I want his presence, but am I forgetting that in that presence it is to reflect his glory?
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to be happening, not just like, help, equip, tell me what to do, show me where to go, I don't understand. But in that, I'm reflecting his glory back.
And he spent so much time in the actual presence of God that he had to put a veil over his face because it shone so brightly. Can people look at me and go, well, she spent time with her dad. Look at her. Right. She's different.
That's right.
I hope so.
I hope so.
That's our challenge.
Yeah, many ways. Good stuff.
Okay. You ready for Zephaniah 3:17?
Read it to us, Angela. Give us a declaration.
The Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exult over you with loud singing.
Not just any singing, loud singing. I love it so much. Y'all are incredible, as always. Thank you for listening. Y'all have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. We love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Are you following us on the socials? Find us on Facebook. We're there on Instagram. And I say it every week. Yeah, we're there on TikTok. There's some decent stuff out there that would be of an encouragement to you. Man, I wish we posted more over there because it really is a fun app. Okay, have a fantastic day and week. May the Lord be so gracious to you. Oh, may he be so kind. May his face shine upon you. Be blessed, my friends. Y'all have a great day.